Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about my week 1 impressions of Hero. Yeah, when you're watching this, the montage should be uploaded with this. So yeah, but Hero has been out for a week, and what do I think of him? Well, short answer: he's great. He's a great character. He's super fun. I love him. I love him a lot. He's really fun. All 8 of his skins, featuring the 11 Suru, Solo, and 8, and their secondary ults. I love their secondary ults. But the long answer is, I'm going to be going over his moves and other things. So, first off, I like how he comes into the battle, sort of like Pierce. It's like, yeah, the hero does draw near from freaking nowhere, but that's usually how it works for a lot of these characters. But anyways, for his normals, we got his normals, like his jabs, tilts, smash attacks, aerials, like that sort of stuff. They're pretty slow all around. I mean, I think the biggest contender of like one of his slowest moves is his back air, which comes out frame 18. Like, it's gross. It's so gross. Like, oh man, it's so slow. A lot of his moves are very heavy and very slow. It feels like there's a lot of weight to them because of how like slow moving the hero is in general. It's pretty ridiculous how I mean, his normals are powerful, don't get me wrong, like a few hits can rack up some damage, but his speed on his swings is very, very slow. That's like the one thing that I didn't like at first when playing him, because aside from like his 2 other moves, which aren't like sword attacks, being his up air and his down tilt kicks, all of his sword swings just feel like they take forever to come out. But you know, I mean, eventually I got used to it. I think he's pretty fun. His smash attacks, up smash doesn't have like a hitbox that goes into it, so up smash is like you actually have to hit sword part of the move. And yeah, his aerials, slow, but they hit hard, which is nice. He's got a really good spike. I like his spike. Reminds me somewhat of Ganon's spike. Ground spikes pretty well. You can combo after the grounded spike, and the spike itself off stage is very strong. So it's a very good dare. It's a very good down air. As for smash attacks, back to those. He has critical hits, which from the description is like 1 in 8th chance for you to get a critical. And I believe it does like triple the amount of damage that a normal smash attack does. I think critical hits, like I know I'm gonna get to the RNG stuff and all those later, but I will say though, I'm critical hits, as random as they are generally they're very satisfying to land. You can combo into his smash attacks. By combo I mean like one of them, like for instance, falling up air into up smash and is a combo, and up smash crits, then it's practically an insta KO for like a lot of characters that are lightweight or medium weight. Like Mario can die at like 25 from a falling up air to a crit up smash. It's pretty ridiculous. But that's also because up smash is the strongest out of all the critical hits, which makes sense because of the hitbox. That's probably why there's no dragon hitbox to it, because if you got a critical from that move, then I mean that kind of be, you know, dumb, you know, since you die way earlier than if you were to get crit F smash or crit down smash, especially crit down smash where it's the weakest out of the 3. On shield, all they do is do more shield stun, not more shield damage. So, I mean, you know, if you won't get punished for critical F smash or critical smash attacks generally. But yeah, I mean, That's just how it is. You know what I mean? All right, specials. So, in terms of his specials, you got his up B, the swoosh spells, the neutral B, which is the frizz spells, and the side B, which are the zap spells. So, zap is basically just a lightning strike. I was surprised that it is a physical move. I thought it would be, I thought it'd be a projectile, but it's not. The only projectile part of it is when you fully charge it and the thunder coming down at you can be reflected, but I mean, sometimes it doesn't even matter, so, I mean, yeah. But they all cost different amounts of MP. I forget the amounts, I'm not gonna name them here. I mean, if I'm naming the MP amounts, when you're playing this character, you'd probably know them too. I mean, I kind of know what they are when I'm playing. Like, the only one I know is that Zap fully charged, because Zap is 42 MP, which I think is the second most amount of MP use, aside from one other. But then again, Magic Burst is like, it takes however much MP you have left. But yeah, no, we'll get to that move in later. But yeah, in terms of the zap spells, they're all pretty good moves, all three of them. Obviously, the last one is the best, but it costs so much MP to use. So you kind of just want to use it in situations where if you're going off stage, you can use it. If you ledge trap, you know, you can use that because you have super armor in the spin. So like if they try to, for instance, get up attack and you already did the animation, they hit your get up attack animation and then they fly off. So yeah, and it's pretty powerful, kills pretty early. So yeah, the final version is pretty potent. It's very strong. It's very strong. Then as for the frizz type spells, you have the first one is a small projectile that doesn't really go anywhere, but it can combo. You can combo into it. Then you have the second version, which is it's two projectiles that spin together. Now the cool thing is that you can actually, if your opponent hits one of the projectiles, the other one can still keep going. So it's a very useful projectile. I would say, like, aside from the final stage, like, this one probably has more uses. It's situational, but still has a bit more uses than the final version of projectile, because the final one is just to kill. Like, let's face it, it's really just a kill, or out of certain setups from the up B. But the second version is pretty good. And you have Frizz, which it just kills 39, like 39% per projectile. Yeah, you lose like what, 36 MP for it. You can fully charge it if you have no MP left, however, or don't have the 36. You can't shoot it out, which is unfortunate. I wish if you shot it out with no MP that you resetted the charge, because at that point, if you're shooting it, like if you shoot it under 36, then why do you try to shoot in the first place? So I felt like maybe when you shoot it out under 36, it resets the charge. So, you know, if you're like at 10 MP or whatever, then you can quickly charge for the first version and just shoot that out as like a quick thing. But no, that doesn't happen, sadly. I wish it did though. But yeah, those are pretty much all of the fire spells, and then you have the swoosh spells. The first one, whoosh, is it's alright. It's like 5 MP. You just do a little hop, and then you have swoosh, a bit more range, and then you have cuss swoosh, which is like a 6-hit tornado. Pretty ridiculous. Keep in mind that is a projectile, so you can reflect that. So there you go. Let me see what else. You can combo from it. Basically, if you do it in your ledge, the way the move works is that one, I don't think you can be reversive, but two, the move will send your opponent behind you, right? So like if you're facing forward and you use the move, right? And say you hold the stick forward and your opponent gets caught in it, well, they'll just get sent back instead of forward with you. So that leads to very interesting situations. And in the case of the ledge, you can have it so they bounce from a stage. If they tech, I mean they tech, but like even if they tech, you can still go for a dare spike that works. Or yeah, you fall, double jump, dare spike, or you B reverse, you double jump, B reverse, neutral B, fully charge your fizz, and that kills too. I have a feeling though that that's gonna get patched out, like the amount of time you can grab ledge, because you can grab ledge pretty early from that, so that's pretty annoying. Well, it's annoying to be like on the receiving end, but I mean, even as someone who tried using it a lot, I can see why it can be somewhat of annoying, because you grab the ledge pretty early, considering. So, but we'll see. It'll most likely get patched out, since it is basically just guaranteed kill. Because no matter if you do it properly, they have to either one, recover high. So if they recover high, you can hit them with any other move like an aerial or special, whatever. Or if they recover low, then they are forced to go into the tornado, tech or not tech, depending on which way you sent them. And basically you'd punish it from there. Really, the tornado is pretty ridiculous, honestly. It helps out. I think and even whoosh is a pretty good out of shield option too. So there you go. I mean, if your opponent doesn't get hit by it, then you're pretty much wide open because you're in your helpless state. It's not like Robin, where not even like Robin, but like it's not like the other third parties where you use your special and then you can still act out of it. No, it's not like that at all. So yeah. All right. Then we have his final special, which is the command list. So what is command list? Well, the command list is basically a random sort of commands that appear. You get 4, basically. Now, the 4 that you get from the first batch, when you close and open it again, will not appear in the next batch. So, like, if you had one of the specials on one, and you didn't like it, well, you know that those specials that you just saw will not appear in the next 4, at the very least, right? So that's how that works. So we'll go over all of his specials. So we have Kaklang, useless. Your block of metal, you can't move, it lasts for 5 seconds. You have lag when you get out of the move, so people can still punish you even if they don't have a thing like to call Metal Slash. But yeah, Kaklang is useless. If you see someone use Kaklang, they probably did it on accident. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's like against another hero or something. It's just they probably most likely did it on accident. Yeah, you can land with it because you fall pretty fast with it, but it's nothing but useless. Honestly, it's a very useless move. And then you have Metal Slash, which is another useless move, which is meant to counteract moves like Kaklang or metal opponents in item games, whatever. And fun note, when a metal opponent is on stage, you are more likely to get Metal Slash to spawn. Now, what does it do against a normal opponent? Literally nothing. It just does 1% and you're on your way. Ba-boom. Yeah, Metal Slash is, like, if you're doing a hero ditto, Metal Slash is really just there to punish your opponent for accidentally using Kaklang. So there you go. I mean, that's just how it be, you know? Then we got the Sizz spell, so you have Sizz and Sizzle. Fast moving projectiles, really quick. Sizzle is just a better version of Sizz, does more damage, just as fast. Then we have Bang Kaboom. Bang being a small projectile that explodes, and Kaboom being a bigger projectile that explodes. Kaboom sucks in. It has a wind box that goes into it, so there you go. We have Bounce, which is a reflector. If you hold your shield, then the shield will count. Basically, whichever one is overlapping will count for it, right? So if your shield is smaller than the Bounce effect, then the shield won't count. The reflector will. So there you go. How about that? Then you have like the 2 slashes, the Crackle Slash and Flame Slash, both 2-frame. The Crackle Slash freezes your opponents. Flame Slash kills. Both 2-frame, and they're very fast moves. So I think like frame 5 somewhere there. It's pretty ridiculous. Those moves are crazy quick. So yeah. Then you have Zoom. Zoom, if you're on like the magnifying glass of the blast zone, Zoom will also appear more often than not. So there you go. Yeah, Magic Burst. Magic Burst is a move that basically takes up all your MP, whatever MP you have left, and it's like this giant sphere. This is probably the best move out of all of the moves he has from his down B, because you can basically throw at your opponent, right? And they're forced to come back to the stage. But if you have Magic Burst and a full MP bar, sure, you're gonna lose all that MP, but you get a free kill. Because 100% MP is stupid. It's so good. I'm telling you, Magic Burst is probably his best move out of all of them. Most likely. Most likely. Then you have Snooze. Snooze is a projectile, puts them asleep. What else can I really say about that? It can be reflected and used against you, but whatever. You have Psych Up and Oomph. Psych Up increases like damage and knockback, and Oomph just increases damage. But Oomph lasts for 20 seconds, and Psych Up only works for one move. And when I say one move, I literally mean one move, right? Like forward tilt. If you do both hits of forward tilt, it still counts as like the one move. If you do both hits, and same applies to like Kazap, because as I said, the side B is a physical move. It counts as a physical move. But if you hit on shield, if you grab and you do a pummel, that's it. Like, it's gone. Maybe it's not. I'm pretty sure, because the effect goes away by that point, and whatever. Psych Up and Oomph can stack. With Psych Up and Oomph, your up throw kills at like 110 or whatever. Psych Up and Oomph can also break shields with like your back air, down air, dash attack. Like, so many of your moves can now break shields, so that's fun. Psych Up and Oomph also like with crit forward smash kills mad early, so and by mad early I mean you're basically non-existent. So yeah, you have honestly pretty good when you stack the two together. There is another buff, Accelerato. Basically your movement speed is increased, and so is your jump height. The problem is that you will die earlier because you're not you're basically a lightweight. And your moves are not faster while in it. It's not like Shulk, where with Shulk, like when he has Speed Monado, his moves do inherently get faster. I think. But with Hero Accelerato, it just increases movement speed, not attack speed. So yeah, that kind of sucks. We have Hatchet Man, which Hatchet Man is basically a crit forward smash. It will always crit, no matter what you do. It will always break shields if it hits a shield. It's a very slow moving move, but it kills very early. So there you go. Then you have the Thwack and Whack spell. So Thwack and Whack have a potential of killing you at 0%. From 0 to whatever percent, basically. The chance of it killing or KOing increases when the chance of it KOing increases the higher their percent is. So that's so that lets you know. But that you can still die at 0. That's the important part. You can still die at 0. So Thwack does 3%, Whack does 1%. Thwack is a giant sphere in front of you. So with Whack, it's a tiny little projectile, and honestly, it's really good because you can actually combo into it. Like for instance, mid stage. If you're on mid stage, well, not mid stage, but like say you're on battlefield and you throw out whack, you can actually combo it into with a forward air or other moves. Yeah, it's situational, but you can still combo into whack, which is not that bad. I think thwack has a bigger rate of killing. I mean, I think it should, but like, I mean, regardless of the fact, it's good. Then you have like the rarest of all of his skills, which is Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus, you've probably heard about a lot. It can slow you down, put a flower on you, poison you, take away all your MP, make you small, but it can also give you like a Mega Mushroom. It can use one of your special moves at random. And I just mean the other like command menu specials. So yeah, you can get invincibility, invisibility, just so many different effects, which is pretty unique. Hocus Pocus, out of all of his specials, has the lowest chance of appearing though, and it also has a chance of giving you 8 bad effects. So you're basically drawing your luck from that. So good luck. I mean, if you get lucky, you get like something like a Mega Mushroom, then your opponent is basically dead because you forward smash them. Even without a crit, they're dead. So there you go. I mean, what can I really say? Hocus Pocus is basically you're putting your RNG from your RNG move. I mean, you already have Thwack and Whack, which are also RNG. But Hocus Pocus is like a million times more the RNG than any other RNG move in the game right now, as far as I'm aware. And then you have the final one, Kamikaze. 1 MP, big explosion. You lose a stock to get a stock. That's basically how the move works. Kamikaze won't kill at 0%, sadly. So like, you know, go for it like over 30 above. So how does Kamikaze work? Well, again, 1 MP, you blow yourself up, so you'll always lose a stock before they do. But you are invincible. You cannot be hit out of it, no matter what. Your opponents cannot shield. It will go through shield. It has a big blast radius. The closer they are to the hero, the more powerful the explosion is, thus more damage and knockback. So really, Kamikaze is really good, surprisingly. But it's only really good in like those situations where, like, say you have like say you have 3 stock and they have 2 stock. You're at like 100 and something, like 150 around there, and they're at like 30%, 30 to 40%, and you can just go, all right, I'm gonna blow myself up, but you're gonna take this damage. Now you can air dodge from the damage, but they're most likely not gonna be able to react to the fact that you just press Kamikaze in time. If they try to use like a move on you or whatever. So if they try to hit you, well then there you go, that's their stock gone, and your stock restored with the next one. Yeah, pretty ridiculous all around. I think that's really it. I mean, from his taunts, you have one where he charges up, you have one where he raises a sword, and then you have another taunt where the slime appears and he's jumping everywhere, whichever. And then for victory screens, you have one where he does like a pose, one where he does Kazap into another pose, and one where like the 3 slimes appear as if it was a battle, but then hey look, heroes behind them is like saying hi to them. So yeah, even his victory theme is Overture. So yeah, that's nice. Really, just all around a very greatly I mean, I know people are gonna disagree with me, but I think he's fine. He's fine as is. Like, I know he's RNG the character, but this is basically where I'm gonna go into like a mini rant. So as many as you may know, people kind of already want to ban this character. I mean, here's the thing: the reason why people want to ban him is because he could be bad for the competitive scene. Because if it was all RNG moves and with his all RNG moves, you have to fight him lame and all this sort of stuff. I mean, it's only been a week, really. So, yikes. I mean, I can understand where people are coming from, where they just don't like the idea of constantly having to deal with RNG elements in this game, but I don't think it's honestly all that bad when it comes to Hero, because his main RNG moves are the command menu, which I know Magic Burst is dumb, but most people aren't going to use Magic Burst like mid-stage unless they get Hocus Pocus and then Magic Burst, you know. But most of the time they're not gonna be doing that. You know what I mean? Like that's not likely to happen. I understand the notion of like random RNG, especially for a character, because like you can't really compare like Luigi or Peach RNG to this kind of RNG, because you know Peach, Game & Watch, like Luigi, they have like one move that's really just RNG. This character has 7 RNG moves. Hocus Pocus, Whack Thwack, the command list itself is RNG on what you get, and his smash attacks. So I can understand where people don't like the RNG aspects, because then, you know, you don't really know what you're going to be doing. You can't guarantee something, because now you have to worry about RNG. You can't optimize combos. You can optimize combos, but then those combos in turn are just not going to be like optimized, because you have to hope on praying that, like, say for instance, you have a combo that goes into Sizz or Sizzle, you gotta hope that you get Sizz and Sizzle there, you know what I mean? So I can see where people are coming from, but I don't really think we should ban this character, just because I don't really see the need of why, honestly, because he hasn't done anything, you know what I mean? Like if some rando shows up and like takes takes next year's Evo, to defeats MK Leo or like all these top players or whatever, then yeah, I mean, I guess there can be an argument made. But as so far, you know, he may have a lot of RNG elements, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna ruin the game or whatever, you know? I think it's just a mass exaggeration of what he is, and you know, all these people keep complaining and whining when in the reality it's not even all that bad. You know what I mean? Especially, like I said, Hocus Pocus has the lowest chance of appearing out of all his command menus. So like, I mean, there's whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that bad. And even then, Hocus Pocus can still give you a negative effect. So it's not, at the end of the day, Hocus Pocus isn't really worth going for unless you have like a stock lead or something. And even then, you don't want to do it when you're off stage, because it could put you to sleep off stage. So yeah, I mean, I don't think people should really be complaining too hard on this character, because we still haven't seen I mean, everything he has to offer. But you know, for now, I think it's best just to wait it out, see what happens. I don't think this character should be banned, though, from my experiences with him and fighting against him. I think he's fun. I think he's a really fun character. He's probably, I'll be real with you, he's probably the most fun I've ever had with a DLC Smash character so far. And this is including Smash 4, so yeah, I think he beats Smash 4 Ryu for me. As a DLC fighter, I think he beats Smash 4 Ryu for me, because he's just that fun. Like, he's really fun to play as. I don't think he's better than Shotos for me in this game, but in terms of like just the DLC characters in general, you know, from the previous game and even this game, I think he's been the most fun I've ever had with a DLC fighter. I mean, it's probably because of all the jank, but I still love him. I love him a lot. He's very fun. He's a fun character. And you know, he looks like Goku, so when I play him, I can think I have Goku in the game. So yeah, is there anything else I'm missing? Let me see here. Oh yeah, Final Smash. How can I forget the Final Smash? So Final Smash, let's send things off here, is a sword swipe, and basically the protagonist from all the different Dragon Quest games will appear and help out the hero in a very laggy Final Smash animation. I mean, that thing stutters. I don't know what they're doing with that Final Smash, that it stutters. And I've seen footage on Twitter where you can get it to like the hero will still keep going with the animation, but the video itself will slow down and freeze. It's pretty weird. So yeah, but I think that's really it. That's that's really all I have to talk about. As for me and my future with this character, I'm definitely gonna keep playing Hero. I'm probably just gonna keep using him until this game's lifespan ends. He's such a fun character. I've never once felt this way about a DLC character or many other fighters. Like, there's only so few fighters where I look at them and say, this is such a fun character that I want to keep playing them every moment of my life, even if they may not be a good character, you know? Like if Hero could be like obviously he won't be like low tier, but like let's say hypothetically he was a low tier, I'm still gonna play this character because that's how fun he is. I enjoy this character greatly. Hero is so fun, and for me, I'll just be using I'll use 8 with the blue coloring because I can't help it. I know that's like everyone uses that skin aside from Erdrick himself. Like usually the ones you'll see is like Erdrick, 8, and the second ult of 11. Not many people use solo. I know a few people that do, but not many people use solo in general. But people still do, because guess what? All of his ults are good. All of them. Every single one of them. Every ult that Hero has, they are pretty good. Really good. You know, so yeah, this character, super amazing. Super fun. If you haven't played him, or if you're like on and off about buying him, because I think I've said this before in I said this in my 4.0 video. If you bought the fighter pass, then you're already getting the character. But if you're getting the characters individually, is it worth it? I would say yeah. In terms of this for this fighter and everything he comes with, yeah. But he's just fun, you know. And if that doesn't really indicate the fun scale, I don't really know what determines the fun scale for me. But the fun scale, he's all around really fun. Try him out. Come on. Come on, do it. I know you can. Just do it. Character's great. Yeah. Alright, that's basically where I'm gonna end up. Where I'm gonna end off this video. So thank you for listening. You know, I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, yeah, you'd probably watch the Hero montage before this. But hey, you know, I mean, if you watch this before the Hero montage, thanks. Really appreciate it. But if you watch it afterwards, still thanks. I still appreciate it. This is, yeah. Well, anyways, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go. There's more planes coming in the background, which is annoying. Seriously, I hate planes when I'm recording. Just so many of them come out like every 2 seconds. It's really annoying. Okay, that's an exaggeration. Like every 2 minutes. You know. Yeah, planes hate me. Anyways, goodbye. Peace.
You can be counted to your